This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network.
This is how it's always been. I'm on the outside looking in.
Welcome to Double Love, the podcast in which we explore the strange and terrifying world of Sweet Valley High, book by book. I'm Anna Carey.
I'm Karen Moynihan.
And we are back with a whole new trilogy.
Yes, we're in Flair.
Oh!
The Flair miniseries, don't you know?
But not in flares, because everybody in this book dresses ridiculously. And I mean ridiculous for the 90s.
Oh, well, oh my God, yes, absolutely. Like, you know, when you think of 90s fashion magazines, it might conjure a specific kind of look or vibe. And you know what? Sweet Valley's going to Sweet Valley, even when it's in LA. So basically, yeah.
Very much so. And also, we have very bad news about covers.
Oh, man.
We were just talking about this before we went on air. This is a sad day for all of us.
You know, we'd only just gotten over, you know, the circle era being over. And right as we were starting to warm to the new mad paintings for the covers. To be fair, they did hit their stride with the vampires.
Oh my God.
Fantastic covers. And it's, as soon as we started liking it, it's over. It's another new era, but it's just in decreasing quality.
Oh my God, they are circling the drain at this stage.
Oh, it's like they just stopped bothering, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, and again, this is no disrespect to the Daniels twins, because love those girls, but like, it is basically just promo shoots or promo photos from the TV show that's now our covers.
Yep. Not even like they haven't even, which they did do, including some of the SVU books, because we know from interviewing Michael Pearl, who played Winston.
Right, yes.
They did sometimes get them to do actual shoots.
Yes, specific photo shoots for the cover, which is great. And look, maybe there's some of those to look forward to, but for like the first cover of this new era, it is basically just a promo picture of the two girls on the beach. And look, they're gorgeous and we love them. But, you know, we've come to expect a certain level of drama and proportions.
Yes. And colour and props. And,
you know, angry mobs on a beach. You can't just go from that to a photo. Come on, guys.
Just a random photo that they didn't even make an effort. Well, I guess there is a photo shoot in it that involves swimwear. But this is on a beach and the photo shoot in the book is in a studio. Like, they didn't make an effort to link the photo to the narrative, as far as I can tell.
No, definitely not. I mean, yeah, there's literally a scene on a beach, but like this is not what it was. It's all wrong.
I'm very annoyed by this. And Cressida, we can only apologise.
We just don't know now what's going to happen. It's like there's nothing really that can be done with this cover. So I guess take the day off, Cressida.
Yeah. We've still got Caitlin.
We do, that's true.
But we will start, as ever, with tagline and blurb. So the tagline is, will the twins become supermodels or fashion victims? Well, I mean, supermodels, unlikely. They're far too short, as even Jessica is aware, but is completely deluded.
As ever. I mean, you know, would we want her any other way?
Well, never. Can you share the full blurb, please, Karen?
I sure can. Okay.
Go
Fashion. Models. Deadlines. Identical twins, Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield, are gaining work experience at Flair, the hippest fashion mag ever.
If you say so.
As assistant to famous photographer Quentin, Jessica thought she'd be working on glamorous photo shoots. Instead, she has to clean up after Simone, a supermodel with a bad attitude. But not for long.
Ooh.
Elizabeth is thrilled to be working in the managing editor's office until her boyfriend, Todd Wilkins, visits her and gets discovered as a model. Todd's ego quickly spins out of control and he's soon busy flirting with Simone. Honestly, good for him at this stage. Will Todd fall into the clutches of the supermodel? Experience all the fun of the fashion world with this first title in a lively 3-part miniseries.
It's lively, all right. I have to say, I really enjoyed at least the first half of this book.
Do you know, it was
very
fun.
entertaining. Like,
It is. Yeah, that's the thing about this series. Like we had the same worries after coming off the Margot era. It's like this simply like this is going to be such a come down. How are we going to recover from this? And then Jessica was flinging a wedding dress under the wheels of a truck. So it's like, you know what? We should trust in the series that there will always be something stupid to look forward to, even after coming off the back of a vampire trilogy.
True. Now, and it does also have a massive creep.
I mean, would it be a Sweet Valley book without one?
Absolutely not. Just saying, we're going to have Jessica's second sex offender in this one.
She is racking them up. Yeah.
I mean, not that we're victim blaming.
No, but Jesus Christ, this guy, oh my God, get in the bin.
Oh, now, are we even going to bother describing the cover? Like, what can you say?
I mean, yeah, look, it's a lovely picture of the Daniel girls. They're on the beach. Liz is wearing a nice one piece. It's very Liz. It's light blue. It's got daisies on it. It's very cute. Jessica has kind of her hands on Liz's shoulders. She's wearing a purple bikini. Can't really see it properly. I think it's kind of a halter neck, kind of a...
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. It could also just be a top because Jessica in the show wears very tiny little bikini tops just to school every so often.
She does. She likes a crop top. Generous, like as I can generously describe it.
I mean, yeah, crop top is generous. That's true. But yeah, she's a great woman for showing off the midriff. But look, they look beautiful. It's a lovely picture. It's just, we've come to expect a certain level of either drama or unhinged proportions or some kind of a mad painting to be looking at. So yeah, look, this is where we are now with the covers. But hopefully we'll get some more kind of specific photo shoots in future. We can only hope they'll be standing next to a filing cabinet for the next book.
Oh, so fingers crossed. But never forget that there is an SVU thriller that has on the cover a Daniel's twin in a virtual reality headset for Cyber Stalker, The Return of William White.
I mean, come on now. They were willing to go to these lengths for certain books, but this just did not seem to be one of them. Well,
we begin, cover girls. Put some bass in your walk. They're letting their whole bodies talk.
Oh, boy.
But we begin in the women's studies department of hitherto unmentioned bookshop, The Bookcase.
I did enjoy this. It's enough of a throwback of a terrible store name. But it's still putting some kind of a spin on it. It's the bookcase and not the bookshop. Which
exactly. Yeah. Could be worse.
Also very likely. But I'm always on for a new shop, a new Sweet Valley business. So good for you, the bookcase.
Well, they're there because Maria and Enid, who are inexplicably now BFFs, are looking at and Liz are looking at books from the Morgan Agency. This is not how people do not know this about agencies lists. Like Liz is literally picking up a book about Victorian women and saying, yes, this is one of the Morgan Agency's books. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I am in publishing and I do not look at books and go, that's a Curtis Brown or whatever. Like,
that's true, actually. Like, obviously, it's the publishing house is what you'd be like, oh, that's whatever, hotter and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. But Enid has somehow got an internship at a hot literary agency, and she's very excited about it. But Maria, it turns out, is now Enid's best friend, and says by the time her internship is over, authors will be writing her notes of thanks.
Yes, she has great confidence in Enid's abilities as an intern because, yes, this is the whole thing. So for the next 2 weeks, all the Sweet Valley students are going on these like little work experience internships.
It's transition year, basically.
Yeah.
Except it's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks of work experience, yeah.
Yeah. They call them mini-term internships. So Enid has a realistic idea of what her future will hold. Like, she doesn't think she's going to be, becoming an expert or doing loads of important work as a high school intern for 2 weeks. Think about this, Liz.
Keep that in mind. Also, I'm very surprised that Liz isn't like wild with jealousy that Enid's working in a literary agency. Like, I really thought this is what Liz's vibe would be, but...
Yeah. Well, there's a fashion magazine where she holds fashion extremely snobbily in contempt.
Yeah.
But anyway, she doesn't seem to bear Enid any ill will, and we're told that sadly, Goth Enid is no more.
Oh, Another era ending. It's so disappointing. Yeah, because we are told that Enid's coppery brown hair has only recently fully grown out after she dyed it black some time ago. I'm sorry, how much time has passed?
A year and a half? What?
Black dye? Are you joking?
Like, fine if she's coloured it back to her normal colour, but Jesus, that grown out hair dye is a long time.
Time has passed. But again, maybe hair grows really fast in Sweet Valley.
Oh, well, I mean, time is a flat circle. So yeah, probably. So we learned that Maria is doing an internship at the Bridgewater Theatre Group for her fortnight. And Enid is really, like, Enid seems to just love Maria now. She's sort of almost gushing over her. But they're sort of gushing over each other. Like, it just feels very unlikely.
It's weird. But again, I feel like since we've met Maria in the SVH series, Maria's personality just changes to suit whatever trilogy she's in.
This is true.
Like she's very inconsistent as a character, I feel. And now in this book, her and Enid are besties, basically. So it's kind of them and also Liz.
Yeah, weirdly. And Maria, like, there's both Liz and Enid are kind of gushing over how lucky the theatre group will be to have a former child star. And Maria is like frowning and going, look, I was the softies toilet paper girl. I wasn't exactly doing Ibsen, which is quite good.
It is. Again, like, Maria has some good lines in this
She does.
book. And it's like, where was all this like fun attitude from you, Maria? Because you've been kind of an asshole so far.
Exactly. I have to say, this book is well written. Like, the writing is noticeably a touch above some of the recent books. Like, there are snappy lines. Like, it's much better sort of structured than some of them. So yeah, they got a good ghostie to do this nonsense, but
definitely,
but there's only so much they can do with the raw material.
Also true.
So they all go off to look at what they call Liz's magazine, and because she's going to be a lowly editorial assistant. You're not going to be an editorial assistant. You're going to be work experience girl at Flair. Which is apparently the hottest new magazine in the fashion world.
Yeah, it's big news. So yeah, her and Jessica are going to be working at this thing. It's recently, like, it's huge in New York, and I think it recently like opened an office in LA. So
it's all moved to LA because
the whole lot
late. Yeah, because there's a bit later on where Liz asks somebody like how much of the staff agreed to move over here.
Oh, okay.
And that's why people were getting promotions, because they not everybody moved. But apparently the magazine has only been around for less than 2 years, and then already moved from from New York.
Yeah.
The head of the home of the magazine industry in the United States, it's decided it was a great idea to move to California.
Sure, absolutely. But yeah, so they're like, Enid and Maria are just like, gassing up Liz, basically telling her how amazing this is going to be and what a great job she's going to do. And Enid is like, a magazine that popular wouldn't accept just anybody as an intern. And then Maria laughs and wonderfully goes, they accepted Jessica, didn't they?
I loved that. And then Enid's like, she probably impersonated Liz in the interview.
So good.
That's what I mean. There's good lines in this book.
Yeah, and a lot of it is the kind of Maria Enid kind of banter and the two of them kind of chatting, which again, up to now, like, those two were basically sworn enemies. But look, if they're getting along now and we get to enjoy it, then I'm fine with that.
I'm also fine with it. So Liz reveals that Jessica is the reason basically that Jessica agreed to do this internship. She's going to be working in the photography department, is that she's so sure she'll be discovered as a model. And then Maria says, Enid says, speaking of Liz's evil twin.
Marjo theory back in circulation.
Never not in circulation. So Jessica and Lila enter, and that gives us a classic twin comparison.
Yes, always.
So we get, like, it goes on for quite some time, though we do say, despite their differences, each twin knew she could count on her sister when she was in trouble, unless she has been drink driving and
oh god,
many other incidents.
Yeah, it's very much a one-way street, I feel, this counting on each other thing.
Exactly. Well, then Jessica calls, "Yo, Lizzie!"
Oh my god. Some of the dialogue is kind of hilarious. There's a lot of like Maria saying "girl."
Oh yeah, there is, isn't there?
But it's like, it's very different speech patterns to what we're used to from the Sweet Valley gang. So it definitely feels like a new ghostwriter.
Yes.
Or someone we haven't kind of either heard from in a while or heard from before.
Well, Jessica holds up the new issue of Flair, and Maria says that on the cover is model Simone.
Yes, Simone is big news. But they're like, big? She looks like she wears a size 1. So apparently Simone is a very particularly thin model. So I don't know, I guess, are we in the kind of... Is it meant to be like an allusion to the kind of the heroin chic stuff from the 90s?
I don't know. Yeah, because it's the mid-90s at this stage. I do hate they've got the whole thing, like, maybe you can be too thin. Guys can't possibly think women like Simone are sexy, can they? And, like, as somebody who was a very skinny, flat-chested teenager, I can tell you that those messages weren't really helpful, because there was, like, the only attempt at body positivity was basically, like, boys hate girls with no tits.
There's truly no winning. Like, yeah.
I remember seeing some piece saying like, no, it would be just like kissing a bicycle. I'm like, what? Still stuck in my head 35 years later.
Oh man. Oh God. What a time to be alive.
Yep. Well, Liz says that Jessica doesn't need to worry because boys that really count care more about who you are than what you look like. And Delilah says that Liz is so naive because guys are leches. And apart from her darling Beau.
So glad Beau was still on the scene. Long reign. I was so pleased to see him pop up. So yeah, Lila continues to just gush about how amazing Beau is. I think this is the only time we actually kind of get to hear about him in this book. But maybe he'll pop up later in the trilogy. Who knows?
Oh, hopefully.
But because Lila's just like, ugh, guys are the worst. You know, they're all just looking to get what they can out of you. But except for Beau, of course, because he's perfect and amazing and hopelessly devoted to her. So she's, everyone except Beau.
Exactly. And Jessica's like, ugh, but Todd, I've told you over and over again, Liz, Todd may be a hunk, but you're too young to be tied down to someone so boring. She says that Todd wouldn't have the imagination to drool over Simone, but Maria says Todd doesn't need to because he's got Liz.
Oh.
And then Jessica says that Lila says that Simone is just known by her first name because who needs the last name when you're that famous? And Jessica says that will be her someday.
Yeah, all over the world, her adoring fans will know her only as Jessica. Or should I use Jessie? Does that sound more sophisticated? It's like, no, it doesn't. But also, obviously, her model name is Jessa Fields. We knew that.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Whither Jessa Fields.
Indeed. We've already had this conversation, Jessica, and you came up with a great solution.
Well, Lila laughs at Jessica and says that, tells the others that today she was making a photo album of herself. Have you ever heard of anything so vain? I'm surprised to hear myself say this, Lila, but you'd be horrified by Instagram.
Oh my God. That's such a good point, actually. Yeah. But of course, what Jessica's up to is trying to cobble together a portfolio because she's going to need one when she's discovered by Quentin, who's this photographer she's working with.
Yes, he's under contract to Flair magazine and she's going to be his assistant.
Yes.
So she's sure that this is going to be how she's discovered. And Liz looks at the masthead of Flair and sees the name of the new managing editor, Leona Pearson. And she can't wait to impress her new boss.
Mm-hmm.
So we cut to Miller's Point, but Liz has her mind elsewhere, apart from she can't concentrate on Todd's kisses because she can't stop thinking of Flair. But Todd is not enthusiastic about his own mini internship.
No, definitely not. He's also quite grumpy about the fact that they're going to be 2 whole weeks without being able to see each other at school. And he's also just grumpy because his internship is just at his dad's company at Veritronics. So he's just like, this is going to be an incredibly boring internship. And Liz does say to him, like, you could have applied for something more interesting because other kids in school have gotten quite good ones. Like Aaron is somehow going to be working with the LA Lakers. Like, what he put that off? Who knows? Like Aaron plays football, doesn't he? Whereas Todd actually is like the basketball guy. And anyway, I don't know. But anyway, so Todd is just really grouchy about this whole situation. And even though Liz is kind of like, well, you could have put some thought into it and applied for something else. But he's just like, oh, this is going to be terrible. It's going to be so boring. And, no one actually wants some high school student to babysit for 2 weeks. And of course, Liz is like, it's not babysitting. Like, I'm going to be doing an amazing job.
But Todd knows he's being like a dick, but he can't. It's one of those things where he can't help himself. He just feels like an idiot because he knows he should have tried for something good.
He's mad at himself.
Yeah, but he's taking it out on Liz and being like, he admits that he's not trying. He's not trying hard enough to be happy for her, but he also doesn't want her to get her hopes up for nothing, because he's like, "Why do you spend the whole 2 weeks answering the phones? It's not like anyone's going to let a 16-year-old make any real decisions." You think?
You would think. Well, this is the thing about Liz. It's so funny. It's like, and like with all her various internships, the one time she was treated like an actual intern, she was so disgusted and horrified. It was just like, oh my God, Herman my pills when she's asked to photocopy something.
Well, speaking of her previous internships, to my incredible delight,
oh my God,
Todd reminds her of her previous work at the Sweet Valley News, which we were just discussing last time, and then says, "And you and Jessica had internships at that newspaper in London last summer. Anyway, look what happened there. You forgot all about me. You started dating some wacky poet, and you nearly got yourself killed."
I mean, I was not expecting a Luke the Werewolf jump scare here. Loving it. And I love that he says wacky poet rather than guy who thought he was a werewolf and did a bunch of murders.
Serial killer. Well,
wacky
actually,
is one way to put it.
Liz is like, well, the newspaper part was good experience anyway, and I promise the other part won't happen this time. And Todd says, "How can you be so sure?" That's a good question, Todd.
Very good question.
So she says she learned her lesson about dating guys at the office, not about cheating, by the way, just in the office.
Oh, never. No.
And then she assures him that Flair magazine doesn't even cover serial murders.
For God's sake. Oh, so dumb. But yeah, she promises that they will see each other over the next 2 weeks, and no matter how exciting life gets in the world of high fashion, she'll always have time for Todd. So he's like, yeah, okay, I hope so. But like, to be fair to Todd, you can't really blame him for being like, are you going to run off with some fucking guy again this time? Because she has form.
Oh my God. And since then, she's cheated on him a bunch of times.
So often.
Well, we cut to Monday morning and the twins arrive at Flair, and Jessica has worn, I know we'll do clothes later, but sometimes the clothes are actually relevant.
Oh yeah, and that's fine because we are going to be tripping over outfits in this thing.
Oh
so.
Yeah, we are. So she's wearing 4-inch platform heels, which she somehow thought was a good thing to wear it to be a photographer's assistant.
Yes.
She says that Liz looks like middle management, and she is not wrong.
She really isn't. I mean, you think Lila's young executive look might have taught Liz something, but no such luck.
No. Like, I don't even know how she has any of these items of clothing as a teenager in the 90s. Like, as somebody who was a teenager in the 90s.
Honestly, and like, it's not like she could even have borrowed these from Alice, because Alice is a better dresser than this. She just is.
So the women waiting for the lift do not really look much more 80s than 90s, but Liz is like, they don't look very business-like. Their short skirts are so tight they could have been painted on.
Yeah, so it does seem like the office uniform in Flair when they're like in the elevator and making their way up to the office. Basically, almost all the women wore long body-hugging jackets with mini skirts. So this is kind of the look that's going on in
This
Flair.
does not seem 1996.
Not even a bit. Like, as you say, it's very 80s kind of power bitch kind of dressing or something. And it's like, girls, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, Liz is all judgmental. It's like, Liz, you have chosen to work in a fashion magazine.
This is the thing.
Whatever about how unfashionable their clothes actually are, they're meant to be fashionable in this universe. And like, why didn't you go for like a newspaper? Why didn't you go for a literary like agency? Like, her attitude towards the actual material of women's magazines enrages me.
It's not great. Yeah. I wonder, is this just Jessica's revenge for all the internships in the Sweet Valley News over the summer? And now it's Jessica's turn. She gets to work in a fashion magazine, like that, which is something that would suit Jessica. Whereas, Liz just has this fucking attitude all the way through.
And she's like, I can't keep up with crazy trends. They change too fast for me. Herman, my pills.
Yes. Be honest to God, she's such an owl one.
Well, Jessica likes their trendy haircuts. Now, the fashionable haircut, or at least the most prevalent haircut in something that's in like 1996 or whatever, should 100% be the Rachel.
Oh my God, all day long. Yes.
But it isn't.
No. So the way they keep describing it is that these girls are wearing their hair longer in the front. So it's just like, I don't know, like it's cut slightly shorter at the back, but slightly longer at the front. But it's still kind of long hair. It's just slightly shorter.
It is long, yeah.
Yeah.
It's anyway. If we can't picture it, and we were around at the time, I don't know what they're going for. So Jessica thinks her own outfit will make a statement, and Liz asks what sort of statement her ensemble is making, and Jessica thinks that her boring look makes only one statement: I am hopelessly dowdy, but she doesn't say it.
I mean, yeah, but like, she's not wrong.
Oh, she 100% isn't. And she also thinks, well, it won't matter because she's working in, editorial. Now, I will guarantee that in editorial, they're going to be, like, not dowdy. But anyway, in the lift, one woman basically just looks Jessica up and down and is pretty rude. But Jessica takes it as a compliment.
Yeah, she's not really sure if it's a compliment or not, so she just decides it is, which, again, is very Jessica, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Because the woman says, aggressive choice. It really doesn't sound aggressive.
It's not in the slightest, like, really.
Maybe she's being sarcastic.
Yeah, I don't understand these women.
So Liz is freaked and feels totally invisible in her dowdy duds. And Jessica gets off at the art department floor, and Liz realizes that all the other women are also working in editorial, which freaks her out even more because she hoped she'd be among her own kind up there.
Indeed.
So she goes up and calls into the office of Leona Pearson, and she too is wearing the uniform.
Yeah, this is just the look for Flair magazine. It's like everyone's in a short skirt and a long jacket, basically, to quote Cake.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Liz introduces herself. She's kind of getting frightened as she's coming to the office because she just thinks this woman is going to be so scary and intimidating. But Leona's quite smiley and friendly to her. So it seems like this is going to be okay.
Yes. So we cut to Jessica. She's gliding down the hallway leading to Quentin Berg's studio. We're told she walks with her hips thrust forward like a model on a runway. They keep describing like a model's walk as being hip first. And
it's so funny.
Like, it isn't. Like, I'm just hearing like crotch first.
Yes, basically. And Jessica basically walks like this for the entire book. Like, they keep telling us she's walking with her hips thrust forward like a model, or like however imitating someone else's walk. And she just sounds deranged.
Yeah. So she arrives in the studio, and it's this big room with loads of props and ladders and lights, and people are bustling around. And she walks into the center of the room and just sort of tries to look nonchalant as some youngish men. Very Rocky Flintstone.
I had the exact same thought, the youngish.
So some youngish men are like, setting things up. And Jessica literally stands there so they can admire her, but they don't look at her, and she's enraged that these grown adults are not checking out a child.
Yeah, she's so annoyed. She's wondering if she's losing her famous Wakefield charisma, or are these guys too stupid to realise that admiring a sexy blonde was more interesting than draping muslin over a ladder. It's like, no, Jessica, this is a good thing that these grown men are just doing their jobs and not perving on a 16-year-old.
Well, unfortunately, other people will be. But she's enraged, and she thinks that nobody ignored Jessica Wakefield for long, ever. She's fucking terrifying.
So scary. But it is just hilarious that she walks into the studio and decides to just stand there posing in the middle of the room instead of trying to find where she's supposed to be or introducing herself to anyone. It's just like, no, I'm here now.
Her attitude to doing an internship is absolutely unhinged, because then a 25-year-old man in what I can only describe as an insane outfit, like, yes. I really do not know what is happening here. He walks in, he's good looking in a stylish kind of way with reddish blonde hair, and she strikes a casual pose while he looks at her, and then he's like, are you the intern? She's like, yes. And then he goes, get me coffee.
She's horrified. Who are you to be giving me orders? Like, girl, you're the intern. This is what you're supposed to do. So he reveals that he is, in fact, Quentin Berg, her boss. And he points to a coffee machine in the corner of the room and he's like, now move. And Jessica is just infuriated at being spoken to like this.
Like, I do not know what she expected an internship to be. Like, yeah, he's a bit rude, but she thinks it's like absolutely insane that she's being asked to get people coffee. It's like, you're a 16-year-old work experience kid. You're going to be getting a lot.
Yeah, this is what you're going to be doing.
Well, meanwhile, God, this goes on for way too long. Even though it's actually, it's kind of snappily written, but nothing happens. We learn that Todd is doing a very boring internship in barytronics. He's at the beck and call of tyrannical Margaret Meeks. And all he's done is type, "This job reeks," on his computer screen. And then he's in a tiny office, and his dad is basically making an example of him to show that he doesn't show any favoritism. So it's miserable. There's a dress code. He's got to wear a suit. And we learn that he is wearing a tie that Liz gave him for his 16th birthday. Jesus fucking Christ.
What 16-year-old doesn't want a paisley tie from their girlfriend?
16-year-old girlfriend buys their boyfriend a paisley tie.
Like, bizarre, Carrie. You probably bought it for him for a dinner party. That's how they roll in this town. But yeah, poor Todd. He's just like, he's absolutely bored, rigid in this fucking job. It's just very drudgy kind of office work. He's having a terrible time. And he's just kind of going for all these coffee breaks because he's just like, I have nothing to do. This is awful. Anytime he is given something to do, it's just incredibly boring, mind-numbing kind of work. So Todd is really going full Office Space in this book. Yeah. You enjoy.
He really is. Ooh, how'd that come out yet at this stage? I don't know. Yeah. In this era. So then he spies the fax machine and he has an idea. Well, we cut back to Flair, where Liz, to her shock, realizes that Leona Pearson, her boss, can only be about 29 or 30 because of her slender figure and unlined face. Because obviously if she was 35, she'd be a wizened old hag.
As soon as you just hit a wall at 35 and then it's all downhill, you're basically dead.
Well, Leona is ridiculously nice to Liz and says at one stage, like, I expect you might even teach us a thing or two. What are you talking about?
This is very unlikely. But also, like, the thing about, like, nobody seems to have it in their minds that this is a literally 2-week-long work experience. Like, Leona's acting like Liz is their newest hire. Like, it's everyone. It's a very strange work environment all the way around. Like,
oh my
everything
God.
about it is extremely odd
and unprofessional.
Very.
Because she tells her, look, you're going to be doing the sort of the donkey work, which you would assume, but Liz's like, I don't care. And Leona says that she'll hopefully get to do more interesting work too. Like, how? In a fortnight? Come on.
Like, yeah, as like she does say to Liz, like, you'll be spending a lot of your time like opening mail, proofreading articles, fact-checking product information, which all seems like a bit more responsibility than you actually would give to
proofing. You wouldn't let a
kid.
Fucking 16-year-old with no work experience.
Definitely not.
Do proofing.
Yeah, but Leona is just, she's extremely friendly. She seems really like warm to Liz and is like very encouraging. So Liz is feeling like this is going great. And, you know, Leona really seems interested in helping Liz with her career.
Yes. So Liz basically thinks it's like a dream internship. I just can't believe that Leona keeps saying, like, we want to learn your opinion. Like, if this was even a teen magazine, that might make some sense. But it really does not. By the way, missed a trick to set it in ingenue.
Oh my God, of course. Oh, I would have loved to see the inner workings of ingenue.
Yeah.
Flair magazine.
I really think like they've got an actually canonical magazine and it would have been much more appropriate if the characters, you know, it was meant to be for teenagers.
That would have still really worked. It would have worked so much better, in fact, because then like Liz would feel like, oh, I could actually contribute to this, and I could really kind of help out with this, and it would still hit all of Jessica's things of being discovered as a model, because you still need models for teen magazines. Like, it all would have made so much more sense for this to be an ingenue.
I
Jesus.
know.
What were you thinking?
Well, what was Leona thinking when she gives Liz her own fucking office.
This is hilarious. One of the associate editors is on family leave for several months, so his office is empty. And can you imagine how fucking raging you'd be working on that floor and seeing this child taking the empty office while you're stuck in a fucking cubicle?
That was my first, like, my notes say, imagine what the rest of the staffers think.
Leona's face is on a dartboard somewhere in a break room because this is outrageous to give this office to Liz.
I genuinely, like, would be, I don't know how, like, I wouldn't be picking on a child because it's not her fault, but
no, like, you'd be
I would
mad at
turn the
Leona.
rage on Leona.
Yeah, you'd be so mad at Leona. Like, because what the fuck?
And also,
this is crazy.
when Liz is given her whole office, she is also given a load of back issues of the magazine because, you know, we want to familiarize yourself with the magazine. It's like, you should be so familiar with this magazine already.
Yeah.
That, like, I was staff at a fashion magazine for 3 years and as an editor, and there were a few times we had teenage work experience, and like some of them were incredibly spoiled because it was very South County Dublin.
Okay.
And when they said that they hadn't read the magazine before, I would say to them, "Why are you here?"
Yeah.
Then, like, I'd say it nicely. But,
yeah, but fair
like,
enough. Like, you know where
should,
you're going. You should have some familiarity.
Yeah. Because, like, it's very easy to do. So yeah, Liz has just told you, spent your whole first day reading this magazine that you think you know about already.
Yeah, basically. But Leona does leave and say, you know, right before she leaves Liz in the office, she does say, look, I don't mean to be critical, but you might want to pay a little more attention to your wardrobe. She says, you know, whatever Liz is wearing at the minute would be fine in most workplaces, but this is a fashion magazine. And she doesn't say it in a mean way.
No,
but
she
Liz
doesn't.
is a little bit embarrassed and she's like, okay, I need to impress Leona.
Yeah.
I do need to up my game a little bit. You know, she's got a point. I guess this is a fashion magazine. So I suppose now she's starting to feel a bit like, oh shit, maybe I do need to do something about my dowdy looks.
See, I think that's the bit where Leona is actually being mean, because it's ridiculous that she's saying, oh, you're going to teach us all a thing or two.
Yeah.
But I do think expecting a 16-year-old child to have
to buy new clothes. Yeah. No, this is like, it's completely ridiculous that she says this to Liz. But I guess the way Liz hears it, it's not in a mean way, but it's bananas that she's saying this to someone who's literally here on work experience for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter a shit if Liz turns up wearing jeans. Like, it's, and in fact, it would be more like a 90s teen of her to do that. But it's Liz, so that's never going to happen. Does she even own a pair of jeans? Who knows?
Oh, no. Well, she's got a lot of Cheetos. So we cut to the lift where Jessica meets makeup artist Shelley Fabian. Her feet are in bits and she can't wait to whine at Liz, basically. And like, you know, well, whine is a bit harsh, but to unload onto Liz. And because her shoes were really not a good idea for a job where you've got to be on your feet all day. Shelley is very nice and friendly and tells her that it's going to get even worse when what she calls the toothpick chicks show up, i.e. the models.
Yes. Yeah. Shelley's a makeup artist, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she is. Sorry.
Yeah. So she's kind of knocking around this photography department a good bit as well.
Yes.
So she's kind of Jessica's pal, I suppose, while she's around there. But yeah, but Jessica's having a really tough day. Like, it's a lot of manual labor, basically. So not at all as glamorous as she was hoping. And, you know, I suppose as far as Jessica's concerned, she expected to walk into the room and be immediately discovered. But no, instead she's being put to work and breaking nails, and she's having a terrible time.
Yes. So she decides she's not cut out for manual labor, so she's going to have to get out of manual labor within the next hour. And then I am loving the flashbacks.
Honestly.
Because she says she's tried manual labour before for about a week when she was suffering from temporary insanity. She was a rowdy for this totally gross rock band called Spontaneous Combustion.
Amazing. Yeah, she says that she didn't think life would get any worse than lugging amplifiers around. And she's like, at least I wasn't wearing 4-inch heels for Spy and Wheels. Shelley's like, you worked with people called Spy and Wheels? I hope they were hunks at least. And Jessica's like, oh, no, they were terrible. I was so surprised.
So was I. And I just did a search in my laptop for like spontaneous combustion to see the document, you know, my notes would come up. It was the Love Bet.
Oh my God, that was ages ago.
It was a very long time ago.
Jesus. It's so funny. Like the things that they choose to do like a little callback to.
Yeah.
you never know what they're going to throw at you. Basically.
You really don't.
Like, did any of that happen? Oh, I guess it did.
Yep. So Shelley walks Jessica to the cafeteria, and Jessica's surprised that Liz isn't there yet because she's always early, and she can't wait to pour out her troubles to Liz, and decides she's going to make her queue up at the cafeteria for her. But she's too tired, and Liz will give her a bit of pampering, but au contraire.
Yeah, it does not work out like she was expecting, because Liz kind of bursts in and she's like, oh, sorry, I'm late. I'm having the most exciting day. And Jessica's kind of cuts her off to do her complaining. But Liz like, can't stay, just grabbing a salad. Okay, bye. And she's gone. So like Jessica barely sees Liz at all, doesn't get any time to like unload all her woes to her or get her to queue up for her. So she's just left on her own in the cafeteria.
Yeah. Well, we cut back to Liz's office, where she has been somehow given the task of writing a rejection letter to a writer, and she hopes it's good enough for Flair. And then a random girl called Reggie Andrews pops her head in and offers her a cookie.
Yeah, she's an associate, or she works properly. She's a proper employee of Flair.
Yeah, she's an actual adult. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So she she's the assistant fashion editor. That's what she does. But she's still relatively new to the job, I think. Like she started out last year. Then again, the magazine's only 2 years old, so yeah. Yeah,
they're all new to the job. Yeah. She started after she graduated as an editorial assistant, and now she's assistant fashion editor.
Yes. So Reggie's very nice to Liz, invites her to go for lunch with her tomorrow, and you know that she's going to fill her in on all the things that managers never tell you. So she's being very like helpful and nice to Liz. Yeah. And they arranged to go for lunch the following day. So Liz is like, okay, this is cool. I've got a friend now.
And she also spots a fax taped to the wall over your computer, because apparently Todd has sent his love fax.
Yes, apparently it's a crudely drawn cartoon of a guy and a girl, each in a different workplace, and above the boy's head a dialogue bubble says, your office or mine.
Liz says it's her and her boyfriend Todd, and then points to a small framed photo of Todd she placed on the corner of her desk.
God, it is 2 weeks of work experience. And she has brought a framed photo of her boyfriend for the desk that she didn't even know she was going to have. But like, you know what? I kind of love this because this is consistent Sweet Valley nonsense. Carrying a framed photo at all times. You just never know. The frame shop remains doing a boring trade in that town.
Good for the frame shop. So Reggie says he's a major hunk. Reggie, 16 and you're an adult.
Yeah. Cool it, Reggie.
Weird. So she sees the note on his fax, which says that he's sorry he was such a jerk and he can share her with the fashion world for 2 weeks because she's so talented and she can't waste it. And you know, it's actually really nice.
It is. It's very sweet. And Reggie is like, oh, that's very cute. Like you clearly have a special guy there and you must have a wonderful relationship.
Yes, well. Well, we cut to the studio where Jessica is lugging fake boulders around because it's a fake fur trimmed shoot for a designer called Leona Lapin. And it's going to be Simone and a bunch of hunks. It sounds extremely cheesy and is making me wonder quite how tacky Flair is.
This is the thing. All the photo shoots that we hear about at this magazine sound so tacky and so cheap. It's like, what kind of magazine actually is it?
Yeah, because it's like leather and fur trims, and they're going to be surrounded by, they're going to be wearing, surrounded by rocks and sand. But Jessica thinks it sounds stupid, but Shelley says, well, Quentin's got a good instinct. No, it's like he doesn't seem to work with a stylist or anybody. It's just him.
Yeah. Very weird staffing setup in this magazine. But yeah, Jessica's very unimpressed by this. She's like, who's modelling the new fall line? The Flintstones.
Well, Shelley tries to talk some sense into Jessica, because she's like, I hate to disillusion you, but photography assistants do not get promoted to model. It just doesn't happen. But Jessica's like, oh, make it happen. And Shelley says, well, it's not just the photographer, it's the editors and the art directors, and they work with agencies. Like, they don't just take random people in, or do they, as we will find out?
That's the thing. So Jessica's insistent. She's like, yeah, but if Quentin Berg is such hot stuff right now, if he wants to use one person in particular, they'd go with his choice. And Shelley's like, yeah, I guess to an extent. And apparently that is why they're using Simone so much these days.
Yes.
She reveals then that apparently she and Quentin have a thing going.
She's heard that from Michael that they've been seen out in the town, and Michael is Michael Reitz, who's the hairstylist. So Jessica's solution to this, now she hears that Quentin and Simone are an item and going to trendy clubs around the city, is that she has to make Quentin, a 25-year-old man, quote, fall in love with her.
Oh, God. Yeah, as far as Jessica is concerned, with a top photographer at her side, she'll be a rich, famous supermodel in no time, even at 5'6". And she can put up with dating a jerk if he was as useful and handsome as Quentin. And this whole thing is gross. But that's the plan.
Yep. Well, Shelley says that Simone is basically a guy's girl and bitches all about her, the surgery and silicone injections she's had to enhance her features. But apparently it's like a quid pro quo thing with her and Quentin. Like, he gets her good jobs and he gets seen at the ritziest parties in LA. So yeah, it's basically they're using each other. At least that's what it seems like.
Yeah, and there are all these rumors as well that Simone has had work done, that she's had like lip filler and a nose job. Seem to be the kind of the things. It's never like she's had a boob job, because the whole thing about Simone is that she's this really thin model. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get it. I find it quite hard to picture Simone, to be honest.
I'm thinking sort of Angelina Jolie, but she's not as skinny.
No,
she wasn't back then. Yeah.
No.
But because she's meant to be very pouty and dark haired.
Yeah.
And then she arrives hips first. Imagine it's on a limbo wig.
It's so funny. But yeah, this is her trademark walk. And yeah, Jessica recognizes her immediately. But like, yeah, this hip first walk is just so funny. It just sounds so silly. But this is her thing.
And she's 6 foot tall and skin so pale Jessica doubted it had never seen the sun. Welcome to our world. Her lips are impossibly full with a sensuous pout. Her hair is unnaturally black and her eyes are pale blue. Sounds quite Irish looking, to be honest, apart from the poutiness.
True.
And the height. So she's like, you're the intern, right? Get me some mineral water now. And Jessica's like, if I were you, I'd demand a refund from that charm school. And Simone is not impressed.
Very much so. So Jessica's kind of like, oh no, I was just saying, would you prefer water from the Rocky Mountains or the Swiss Alps? And yeah, like they're immediately off to a bad start, because like Simone is very demanding and rude, and Jessica just hates all of this so much.
Yes. So she vows vengeance. She says she'll somehow or other I'll bring Simone down hard. So Leona calls into Liz's office and just showers her with praise.
Oh yeah,
she's doing an amazing.
She's doing such an amazing job. Apparently the letter that Liz had dropped in for Leona to have a look at, which is like this rejection. Like, imagine how annoying to submit to a magazine and then be rejected by a child. But yeah, Leona's like, oh, your spelling and grammar are flawless. And, you'd be surprised how many people can be careless about their routine correspondence in here. So she's super impressed by Liz and just telling her what a fantastic job she's doing and how impressed she is with her. But yeah, she did an excellent job of proofreading a fashion show calendar, and everyone's been talking about how brilliant Liz is, basically.
Yeah. As my notes say, she's a fucking teenager. This is ridiculous.
It's wild. But it does lead to Leona then saying that, like, or at least alluding to the fact that there's a strong possibility this magazine could potentially offer Liz a summer job when school lets out, if she, is that interested in getting ahead and working on her career.
But what sort of summer job does a top fashion magazine give a high school student? It's just ridiculous.
So
So Leona does say that this will all mean a lot of extra hours, and Liz vows she'll sacrifice anything for her future career, and tells herself Todd won't mind. She says she'd give Flair 150%.
Yes, she'll sacrifice everything else.
Yes. So it's towards the end of the day. Jessica trudges towards the mail room. She's in so much pain because of her shoes. Her feet are in bits. And when she arrives down the mail room, it's kind of scruffy, but it's cozy, and there's like a shabby, soft-looking couch. So Jessica basically lies down, takes off her shoes, and falls asleep. And wakes up because some fucking pervert
Oh my God.
has kissed her.
Oh, this is so gross.
It is disgusting.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, the mailroom pervert kisses Jessica when she's conked out asleep on this couch. So she kind of startles awake and
As you would.
sees this very cute guy standing in front of her grinning. She guesses he's about 20 years old and then realizes that he's kissed her. And she sits up straight and she's not sure whether to feel flattered or horrified.
Horrified.
Definitely horrified. And the guy just goes, sorry, I couldn't help it. You look like Sleeping Beauty lying there with your golden hair spread out across the cushions. And Jessica's just like, well, I feel more like Cinderella before the godmother. It's like, what the fuck is that? Sexual harassment in the workplace.
Sexual assault. Like, this is a grown man.
It's awful.
Even if he was a teenager, by the way, this
Still
would be
terrible.
terrible.
Still terrible. Yeah.
But the whole vibe between them is gross because he is an adult.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of joking around with like cheesy jokes and Jessica loves it. And like, he seems like a psychopath.
100%. Oh my God, it's awful.
Because he literally says, speaking of fairy tale heroines, what did Snow White say when the mailroom guy announced that her photographs hadn't arrived yet? And Jessica's like, I don't know. What? And he sings in a warbling voice, someday my prince will come. And Jessica's like, I get it. Prints instead of Prince. Yeah, that's the amazing joke that this pervert's just made after like Frenching you in a couch. Oh,
it's awful.
So, yeah, she complains about Quentin and somehow she's shocked that being an intern means waiting on models. What did you think was going to happen?
Well, she thought she was going to get discovered immediately. Wouldn't have to do any work at all.
And he's like, Simone should be waiting on you, not the other way around. And yeah, he just hands her photos and she's like, how do you know that this is what I was coming for? And basically Quentin rang down to say, where the fuck is my intern?
Where's that useless bitch gone? Yeah, so, yeah, and this guy, he keeps doing these like silly accents and stuff when he's talking
awful.
to her. He's very annoying. Although, is it a bit rich of us to complain about someone doing voices?
Uh-oh. Maybe.
But also, you know, this guy sucks. So, so there's that too. But yeah, so Jessica just complains about how terrible her job is and how much she hates this guy Quentin now. And that the worst thing about all this apparently is that the prints in the envelope that she's come down for are all of Simone. So they joke about how Simone's a nightmare basically. Yeah. But she's kind of like, oh, you know, this guy, he was so cute. And now that'll give me the energy to survive the rest of this day.
But she doesn't even know his name. Well, we cut to the Dairy Burger where Maria and Enid, those new besties, are waiting for Liz, and because she's very late, which isn't like her, but Enid's sure it's just the traffic. And Enid's asking Maria about her first day, designing sets for Evita, apparently. And then Liz arrives, and unlike the others who have ordered, you know, trademark burgers and, you know, chips and everything, Liz is ordering a salad and a Diet Coke.
Yeah, it's not her usual order, but Liz is just like, oh, you know, I've been working all day around women who look like they live on celery and rice cakes. So she says she has to watch her calories if she's going to make it in the fashion industry. And Maria, quite rightly, is like, okay, it's a 2-week internship. Relax. Yeah. What are you talking about? Because Maria is very enjoyable in this book. I was like, can we keep this energy for Maria, please, going forward? But then Liz reveals that she could potentially get a summer job out of this. So Enid and Maria are like, oh, that's amazing. That's great. But like Maria was just telling us about all the stuff she's doing for Evita. So Maria kind of continues to then tell them about what she's doing for her internship. And Liz is so fucking rude. She basically just spaces out anytime somebody else is talking and just starts talking about her herself. Like she has lost her damn mind after one day of work in this place.
She's worried about her navy suit. And Enid's like, of course not. You only bought it last season. And jokes to Maria that she's turning into Lila Fowler. Also, what 16-year-old has a suit? What are you talking about? Like, oh, last season's suit. What? So, yeah, she's worried about how dowdy she looks. I mean, as well, she might. She says she feels frumpy. I bet she does. But she decides she has to go on an emergency shopping trip. And the others are understandably, what the fuck? You just arrived. She's like, we have to go to the mall right now. I'm going to use all my savings.
Oh my God. Yeah, like Liz is like a woman possessed, but like she's so mean to Maria and Enid because like they are trying to talk about how their days have been going. Liz
Yeah.
is just not interested, just talks over them or just fully does not listen to them. And now she's just like, right, I'm going to the mall. Are you coming or not? She's like, yeah, you two can sit here getting fat or
Oh
you can
my
come with
God.
me to the Valley Mall. I was like, Liz, like, get absolutely fucked. What is going on with you? Like, she literally has spent one day in this magazine and she is a different person now.
It's amazing. Maria does say to her, like, what are you doing spending all your savings on a new wardrobe for a 2-week internship? I love that Maria's just the voice of reason in this.
She really
It's just like,
is.
it's 2 weeks, bitch. Like, what is wrong with you?
What are you doing? She also points out that apparently Liz is supposed to be meeting Todd after they finish dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And Liz is like, oh, not until later. I've got time for a shopping spree first if I hurry. And then like badgers them to come with her, basically. But like, she is a nightmare.
Well, soon she's sitting in the salon at Cheveux.
Well, where else are you going to get your haircut other than Chevaux?
With Fifi.
A hair salon at the Valley Mall with, yes, Fifi, the French stylist, giving her the style du jour.
And Liz is like, the style of the day?
Jesus Christ, Liz.
So, of course, it is the haircut. We learned that she's already gone on a full shopping spree. Maria and Enid, who I hope they got to at least finish their dinners, are with her. Like, that haircut's going to take at least an hour.
Surely, yeah, because it is a fully new style and it is this, like they're doing layers or whatever and it's cut long in the front and shorter at the back and da-da-da-da. But yeah, it sounds like a bit of hassle, but yeah, they're just, I guess, along for the ride and seeing all this take place, like, what is going on with Liz?
And they're just sitting there. So Liz is delighted with her new look, even though they think she's mad. The others think she's mad to have spent so much money on it. She thinks she's going to be as sophisticated as any of the women in Flair. And Maria says she looks très chic. And Enid's like, yeah, you look very stylish, but like you were meant to meet Todd 15 minutes ago. And Liz just shrugs.
Yeah, she's like, oops, I guess he's just going to have to wait.
She doesn't give a fuck. Well, we cut to the casa where Jessica is in the bathroom doing her feet are submerged in a soothing foot bath. She's doing her eyebrows to make them look like Simone's, and Prince Albert is not impressed.
I was so happy to see Prince Albert. We haven't seen him in ages either, and he's such a good boy.
And this is quite charming, this little moment.
Cute. So he's just kind of like sitting on the floor watching her, his face on his front paws, just kind of like gazing at her quizzically. And she's just kind of chatting away to him as she's plucking her eyebrows. And he kind of whines his play with me whine. But she's like, not now, Albert, this is serious business.
But then the doorbell rings and she jumps and she pulls out the wrong hair and shouts, rats! She shouts rats multiple times in this book and I fucking love it every time.
Funny. It's so funny. I love that this is her thing suddenly. Shouting rats when she's annoyed. But yeah, there's nobody else home, so she now has to answer the door and she's really annoyed because she has to take her feet out of the little kind of steam bath she had for them because they are in bits, and now she has to hobble downstairs to the front door. And
who should it be but Liz, who's holding so many bags she couldn't get her keys out because of all their shopping. And Jessica is impressed by the look and is quite complimentary, and Liz just patronizes her.
It's so rude. Because when Jessica's like, oh, why didn't you tell me you were getting your hair done? I'd have gone with you. Like, you know, like I'm going to get my hair cut just like this as well. And Liz like rolls her eyes and she's like, I don't think so. Do you have any idea, you know, what a cut like this costs? There's no way you can afford it. Like, unless you've been saving your allowance. And Jessica's like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, it's bad enough I have to deal with a stuck-up brat at work for 2 weeks. And then Liz kind of interrupts her and she's like, you're just jealous because you look like a high school student. She's like, I'm not trying to upstage you, but it's more important for me to look stylish. It's like Liz's personality has just flown out the window at this point. It's crazy. But she's like, I have a chance to turn this internship into a career. You know, it's a real thing and it's not some flight of fancy like becoming a supermodel. This is serious. And Jessica's just like, okay, this sucks. She's like, you know, I like your new haircut a whole lot better than I like your new attitude. And she stomps off because she's just really annoyed with Liz now. As well she might be.
Yeah.
This is so rude here.
Oh my God, she's a nightmare.
Like, I know Jessica's a nightmare too, but this is absolutely unprovoked. Like.
Well, the next day, Liz debuts her new look at the office and she does feel more confident. She's even got plum-coloured lips.
It's all the rage at Flair, yes.
I'm just going to say that, like, those plum-coloured lips 100% clash with the rest of her outfit.
Yeah, totally.
But she thinks that she looks much more stylish than anything than her usual look. And Leona says she looks absolutely fabulous.
Oh God, Leona, yeah, but yeah, because she Liz thanks her and says that she was nervous about trying something so different from her usual chinos and Oxfordshire. Because she's a totally normal teen, you guys.
Well, Leona's like, there's nothing wrong with the preppy look for hanging out at home where no one can see you.
Where you should hide in shame.
But she says fashion publishing requires an up-to-date look. And but she hates Liz says she knows that this is true, but she hates to think she'll be judged on her appearance. And then Leona gives her this speech about, image and drive and how, we wish we'd just be judged. Businesswomen wish we'd be judged by our actions, not our appearances, but we don't live in that world. And, we've got to be work harder than everybody else. You need that extra spark of creativity. You've got to take risks and go out on a limb. And Liz is like, oh, I don't know if I'm a risk taker unlike my sister, but Leona says, yes, changing your entire look because of a comment I made. That took courage. That shows you have no backbone. That does not take courage. I said one line to you and you changed your whole look and spent like 500 quid. You're great.
Oh, God. Yeah. And to be fair, Liz does kind of point out it would have taken more courage to keep showing up looking like a schoolgirl.
Yes.
Which is true, because it would have shown that she has principles. And, she's like, that's not what's important. My work is what's important. But she's just fully under Leona's spell. She's just like, Leona said this, so I'm going to do this. So Leona is super impressed because she's just such a little lackey to her, I guess.
Yeah. And then, insanely, asks this little frump her opinion on a new dress. But she's just bought. Why would you ask this kid who turned up wearing a business casual suit that she inexplicably owned and just says that she doesn't care about fashion? So yeah, she shows her the dress, which is Lina Lapin. Mm-hmm. And when Leona says the hemline might be too high, it says, my legs aren't what they were when I was your age. She's 20 fucking 9.
She's a crone, don't you know?
And then Liz is like, what colour hose will you wear with it? And then it's like, oh, well, can't even believe she's asking such a trivial question. That is not, there's nothing wrong with talking about clothes.
I know, because she nearly laughs out loud at herself because it's the kind of thing Jessica would have asked. Because, this is the thing, she has such disdain for fashion and yet she's working in a fashion magazine. It's like, why are you here, Liz? Why is any of this happening?
Well, indeed, why is any of this happening? Because when she asks what Leona, has got the dress for, because she says it's for an occasion, Leona, she says, are you going somewhere special? I think so, Leona answered, her voice tinged with nervous excitement. My boyfriend's been hinting that he has something big to discuss with me. I'm almost positive he's going to ask me to marry him. I want to be wearing a real knockout dress when he pops the question. Why are you telling a child this?
Leona, you are a grown woman. Get a grip. What is happening? Liz is not your peer. She is literally a work experience student. It's weird that they are having this conversation.
You're the boss. It would be kind of weird if you were talking about this to any of your underlings who weren't your actual friends. You're like, oh, I think he's going to propose.
Yeah, very weird behavior. But then
it gets weirder.
This is the thing, it gets worse because then she notices the photograph of the handsome young man on Liz's desk. So she tells her about Todd and how he's working at a software company, but he's not too excited about it. And Leona's like, oh, I'd love to meet him. Let me know if he can manage a couple of hours away from the office sometime. Maybe the two of us or significant others can do lunch. Is she in some kind of big situation where she's actually also 16 but has somehow ended up in a 13 going on 30?
It's 13 going on 30. She's 30.
Magic body swap or something.
She's 30. She's 30, flirty and thriving.
And being extremely inappropriate at work.
Can you imagine her boyfriend if she's like, oh yeah, I want to go for work with my colleague. Can you turn up these two 16-year-olds?
These two children, girl, what are you doing? I've just decided she's in a body swap storyline of her own because that's the only way any of this makes any fucking sense.
My notes just say, this is madness.
It's so weird.
Well, it's delighted that they're becoming friends. Okay.
I guess.
Well, we cut to the photography floor where Jessica basically sweet talks photographer Michael into giving her the haircut. And he's like, I can't say no to a pretty girl.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he is the hairstylist. Yeah, so she's in good hands there. Yeah.
Yes. He seems fine. He
does.
He sort of jokes about Simone, so she knows that she can get away with taking the piss out of her herself. So she tells him of her modeling plan. And because, she says she's going to be a famous model and she's going to tell everybody that he gave her haircut when she was starting out. And he's like, how'd you plan to be a famous model? And then she takes out her scrapbook and is like, with this.
Oh, God. Yeah. She's like,
love this.
Let me show you how photogenic I am. And she's so proud of her little scrapbook that has pictures of her like on the cheer squad. And there's a photo of her like in a bathing suit with like a daring neckline. So she turns to see how impressed he is, but instead he's kind of sniggering and she is furious. She's like, what's wrong? I look great in those pictures and everyone else who's seen them also thinks so. And he's like, very realistically, he's like, look, you're a beautiful girl, but these photographs look like they were taken by somebody with a disposable camera. He's like, look, the shadows on your face, the colours are terrible. He's like, I'm sorry, Jessica, but that album would get you laughed out of any modelling agency in California. And Jessica's like, but I want to be a model, not a photographer. And he's like, yeah, look, there's loads of pretty girls. And like, this doesn't look professional. You need professionally taken photos to be taken seriously in this industry. Your little like janky scrapbook is not going to cut it. But he says it in a kinder way than that.
Yeah, no, he does. He is quite nice about it, but he's like, look, you just need a professional portfolio.
Yes.
Get a state-of-the-art camera, find someone who knows how to use it, and put together a portfolio that looks like you mean business. She's like, but I don't know anybody like who has one, and I can't afford a camera. And he's like, well, look, you gotta figure it out, or just accept that you're going to be a dog's body for Simone.
Yeah. Exactly.
So she vows to work something out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we cut to somewhere nearby called the Mission Cafe, where Liz is having lunch with Reggie, and she asks her about Flair's move from New York City. And this is where we learn that when they moved, less than 2 years after the magazine started, which is insane.
And to move away from New York as well, which is, that's where the fashion is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why are you in LA? Because also the twins are commuting every day to and from
it's in LA. It's on Sweet Valley, in fairness. Yeah. It's not that bad.
But also, isn't LA like 2 hours away from Sweet
Yes!
Valley? You're commuting like 2 hours to and from every single day. Like,
well, we have learned North Americans don't view distances the same way we do.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently when they moved all the way across the country, unsurprisingly, only half of the staff moved. Doubtless annoyed that they had taken a job on in this brand new magazine, only to be told that they were like moving thousands of miles away. So that's how Reggie got promoted to assistant fashion editor, because half the staff disappeared. And because Liz asks about like what are the chances of internal promotions, because I guess she sees that she's going to be working her way up the ranks.
Oh my, yeah, she's basically drilling Reggie for information over this lunch, to the point that Reggie's like, oh my God, all these questions. It's like you're planning a whole career and not a 2-week internship. And Liz admits that that basically is what she's doing, or, exploring the possibilities for one. Isn't that what an internship is for? And Reggie reveals that she's like, oh, this is a really cutthroat field, but I bet you certainly seem to have the ambition to succeed. And I bet the Dragon Lady loves that. And Liz is like, Dragon Lady? What are you talking about? And Reggie's like, Leona Pearson, obviously.
Because Reggie says she's intimidated by her, and Liz is like, I think she's really nice. She's so aggressive. She's not that aggressive. She's like, oh, I think my boyfriend's going to propose. 16-year-old child. Should I wear this dress?
Yeah, but for some reason, Reggie finds her intimidating. So I guess it's just Liz is seeing that maybe there's another side to Leona that she hasn't quite met yet. But Reggie's like, I could never be like Leona, and does admit that she has ambitions to a certain point, but she's not really interested in clawing her way to the top and making that the entire focus of her life. Yeah. So Liz is like, oh, okay, this is good news for me. It's one less person to compete with for my career in fashion, I guess. It's like, Liz, you were on a 2-week internship. You are still in school. So shut up.
You won't be competing against Reggie because she is 6 years older than you and an adult with a degree. And
who has an actual job.
There's also a kind of, there's a dodgy message here, because there's one thing which I actually think is quite healthy, where Reggie says she doesn't want to be the boss.
Yeah.
she knows she doesn't want to be the boss. She'd like to be an associate editor, like Warren, whose office Liz is squatting in. Yeah. So, and I think that's actually fine. Like, you don't have to be the boss. I don't want to be the boss. I worked in fashion magazines and I wanted to be an editor and I wanted to be a writer, but I didn't want to be the editor. But there's a bit where she says, I'd like to get married, have a couple of kids, and work part-time while they're babies. And it's basically the message is like, I want to have kids, I can't do this. I've got to work part-time, and working full-time is going to mean working 75 hours a day. Like, there's no question that, it's very much a binary choice.
It's very one or the other. Yeah, the message is very one or the other in this. That's true.
Yeah. And it's never anything radical like, and the workplace should change to accommodate working parents. But, which I wouldn't, I would be shocked by in the 90s, but I would have liked to think there might be something more positive about working mothers in it. But no, it's Reggie's like, want to have kids? I'm going to have to just...
Better not have any ambitions.
Yeah. But anyway, Liz is delighted by this because her potential rival is out of the picture.
There you go. It's one less person to worry about, apparently.
Well, Jessica glides into the cafeteria crotch first again and meets Shelley who's on her way out. There is a bit where she says to Shelley, have you seen your sister? And Shelley's like, well, I don't know your sister, so how would I know? And Jessica's like, ho, you would know because she looks exactly like me.
Oh, God. Yeah, she looks like a clone of me, only more boring, which is a bit cheeky considering Liz had the cutting edge haircut before Jessica.
Yes. Good point.
But Shelley is just like, oh, nope, I haven't seen her, gotta run, bye.
Well, then Jessica realizes that she left her wallet behind and she shouts, oh, rats!
She's kind of embarrassed immediately because people are kind of turning to look at her and she realizes,
I love this.
Fashion models didn't say things like rats. But you can suddenly remember that she left her wallet at home. She can picture it perfectly on the kitchen counter. She's like, oh God, this is a disaster. So she tries to call Liz at her office, but there's no answer.
Yeah, she says somebody says Liz left for lunch and half an hour earlier, so she's obviously out of the building. Yeah. So Jessica yells rats again, and loads of these stylish women turn to stare at her, and I love this bit. Oh well, Jessica told herself, people are going to stare at her, at least they can see her chic new hairstyle. And I love how she's quite chill about this. She's like, she was hungry, but she couldn't do much about that with no money. So she basically decides to sit out in the courtyard so people can admire her.
Yeah, that's exactly what she does. She's going to go out and just sit in the sun and she's going to concentrate on the sun and the fabulous photo opportunity she was providing for any passing shutterbugs.
Okay.
What are you doing?
When she closes her eyes again, and that seems to summon up the pervert.
Oh God, yeah, it's just like if she closes her eyes, he'll appear. Because this sexy voice apparently says, uh-oh, it's Sleeping Beauty again. Do I dare kiss you in front of all these people?
No, because you get arrested.
This fucking guy.
He's 20 years old.
And I'm 20. Get away from her.
Also, the kissing thing would be appalling anyway, but there is no way that kid looks like an adult.
No.
She is too young for you.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
It's horrible.
So she tells him about her lost wallet. So he's like, oh, would you fancy half a sandwich? And there's a bit where she says, when he says about kissing, she says, would that cause a big enough scandal to get my photograph in Flair magazine? And he says, well, would you settle for the National Inquisitor, which is also canon?
Very true.
And he's like, oh no, but she says, I've been in the tabloids before. There's no future in it. And he says, I guess I'll have to restrain myself. Yeah, you fucking should.
Please do. Kind of what you should have been doing all along, you big freak.
Yep.
So he shares his lunch with her and he's like, oh, what's wrong? Are you trying to imitate the famous Simone, I'm so bored with life and her frowny face, or is something wrong? So when she reveals all that, then he shares the lunch, which I guess is nice of him, but he's a fucking pervert. So
Yeah.
get away from her. Does this really annoying bit where it's like they're in a fancy restaurant and he's putting on a voice again about, Shea Bench, we have potato chips, whatever. And yeah, look, they eventually introduce themselves to each other because they still don't know each other's names at this point. So he's Cameron Smith, apparently. She introduces herself. And he says that her fame has preceded her, apparently, because he knows that she's the photography intern and that she has a twin sister who's an editorial.
Yes. He says, he smiles mysteriously and says, we mailroom guys know everything about everyone, he says with a vaguely European accent. But this not enrages, but upsets Jessica because, oh no, why is he reminding me of a stupid, shitty job? Because he's a lowly mailroom worker. The main issue should be that he is an adult man.
Yeah, really.
Like, really? Why not make him another high school intern?
Please, that would have been so easy. But instead, it's a grown adult perving on Jessica, which is just so fucking gross. She's trying to like force herself to not be into him, basically, because he's funny and warm and full of life and an undeniable hunk, but he's a nobody. Reminds herself she has to set her sights on Quentin because he's the one with the power, and even though he's a jerk and a control freak, he could make her career.
And another adult man.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, Cameron does try to ask her out, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't." She keeps trying to brush him off, but he keeps asking because
doesn't take no for an answer.
Simply does not.
And she thinks he is, and she's charmed by what we're told is his adorable shyness. He is not shy enough.
Girl, he kissed you when you were asleep. So gross. But he keeps kind of trying to push for a date with her. And she's just like, look, I really can't. And eventually he's like, oh, does this have anything to do with the fact that I work in the mail room? And he sounds hurt. And Jessica's like, no, of course not. And he's like, don't make excuses. I get it. And I'm really sorry you feel that way. I was beginning to like you a lot. And
shut up.
Just get away from her, please. I really wish, as you said, that this was just another kid on work experience, or like for some reason he's also like 16 or 17 or whatever. But no, he's a fully grown adult. Get away from the child, please.
Seriously. And there's never, I actually genuinely, seriously find this like a appalling message for kids reading this book, that there is no sense that Jessica, that first of all, that he's a pervert, which he is, but that also that there's something like really wrong about a 20-year-old flirting with a 16-year-old, or also a 16-year-old vowing that they're going to make a 25-year-old fall in love with them. Like, it's so, this is so wrong to be like for 12-year-old girls who are going to be reading this. Yeah,
it is grim. And like, as bad as Jeremy and all his storyline was, there were people pointing out he's too old for you. Like, there's too much of an age gap here, whereas that's just never really brought up as a fact at all here at any point, and it's grim.
And very grim. But she feels curiously deflated as he goes off to his lowly mailroom den.
Yeah.
Well, we cut to the Mission Cafe where Liz, I'm really worried about where this is going. Liz freezes at the sight of one of the most handsome men she'd ever seen. He's 6'4". By the way, we were told earlier that Todd is 6'3". I don't think we've ever been told that they're that tall before. Somebody in this ghostwriter is really into tall men.
Because these dudes are huge. Like, I feel like with Todd, we've heard he's maybe 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Like, him and Ken, I think, are both like 6 foot, but now suddenly Todd is fucking 6'3". He's ginormous. So then this other guy is like, 6'4", and Liz like
6'4" is very unusual. There's not. I mean, I'm married to somebody who's like 6'2", but like 6'4" is super tall. That's
a very tall man. Yeah.
But not obviously. I have nothing against tall men, but there's quite an unusual amount of very tall ones in this book, and the fact that we're getting their actual heights.
Yeah, not even just, usually it's like, oh, he must be over 6 foot. It's like we're getting exact heights here in this book. But so apparently this extremely handsome man that Liz is completely bamboozled to see is just like, oh my God, he's amazing. But Reggie reveals that, she knows who he is, but she doesn't actually know him. But he's the owner of Flair. He's Gordon Lewis, the hotshot new publisher.
And Liz is dazzled because he's the one who brought Flair to Los Angeles. The one and only, Reggie said. Oh, the New York publishing snob said it couldn't be done, but he was determined to start a new centre for fashion publishing on the West Coast.
So this guy's just full of terrible ideas.
So Liz thought he'd be older because he can't be more than 28. Like, Yeah, that's 12 years older than you, Liz. So please, please, God, don't let this go where I'm scared it's going.
I know, me too. It's very worrying. It's also kind of hilarious that every adult is like 28 max. And
well, except the person that Gordon Lewis is dining with, some sort of silver fox.
Okay.
Reggie
he must be 35.
Reggie sure he's probably some big time advertiser. Yes. Liz thinks that Gordon's astonishingly good looking, but her interest is mostly professional. She tries to remember every detail of his face and remember everything she's ever read about him. Here is a man who could help her go places. Elizabeth vowed that before her internship was through, Gordon Lewis would know her name. Oh, Liz.
I don't like it.
Oh, no. I mean, I haven't read past the first half of this book, so I do not know. But have you?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Everything's fine.
Oh, right. Okay.
For now.
Well,
we'll see.
First book of 3.
You know what? They often keep all the really juicy nonsense for the last half of the last book, so who knows what's going to happen.
Frank Cobra, is that you?
Oh my God, if only.
Well, we cut to the studio. All we basically need to know is that Jessica is 10 minutes late and Simone is a bitch.
Yeah.
And Jessica vows vengeance. She thinks that taking over Simone's modelling job was no longer a desire, it was a necessity. Well, we cut to Todd. This goes on for so long. It is insane. It's quite entertaining though. Like, it is well written. It'll be boring to summarize, so we'll skip it. But
he basically gets into a fight with the photocopier.
Yeah.
And it's very Office Space. He's just taking it out to a field and beating it to death with a baseball bat. But he is on the verge. Like, this thing has really tried his patience. He is just yelling at it. And it's very funny.
Yeah. Because it's like, I closed panel door. The machine's display demanded. I closed it. He hissed back. The door is closed. You've got paper. What more do you want?
It's relatable fighting with office equipment.
It is.
I must say.
He switches it off. He switches it on again. It's out of toner, and he finally slams the door open, and black powder erupts from the ink cartridge and covers the carpet, and he's like, "Fuck this," and just walks out to surprise Liz.
Yeah, he's just like, no one's even going to notice if I just cut out early. Fuck this. I'm out of here. He shrugs off his blazer and unfastens the top button of his shirt. I think he's after flinging his tie on the desk at this point as well. And he's like, free at last. And he's out of here because he's fed up with his shit.
Well, we cut to the photography studio, and there's a moment I genuinely loved when Jessica rings rings Fowler Enterprises, and the phone is answered. Fowler Enterprises, growled Lila. How may I help you? Jessica's like, you sound like you're transmitting death rays through the telephone with that voice.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Yeah, Lila's been put on phone answering duty basically because she's doing her internship in her dad's company and she hates it.
Yeah, because she's like, greetings to you too. I'd love to transmit death rays to the dweeb who dreamed up these internships. She said that as Lila Fowler, millionaire, world traveller, best dressed girl in Southern California, and telephone lackey. Fucking love it.
She's raging. She's like, did you know they expect me to be nice to everyone who calls here? They've got to be kidding. So she is just furious with how her internship is going. She's so cross with this whole thing. Jessica's just kind of ringing up to complain. But Lila's doing her own amount of complaining as well. So she's just...
it's genuinely funny. Like the dialogue is like, this is a really well written book by Sweet Valley standards. Yeah. So Jessica reveals the real reason she's rung is because she wants to meet Lila on the beach after work, and she wants her to bring her new sunglasses and her makeup kit, and so she'll explain everything when she sees her later. And then back at the studio, Simone reveals a tiny bikini, and there's yet more sort of, body shaming.
Yeah.
Like, why would anybody want to look at that? Yeah. And then Jessica steals a fucking camera.
Oh my God, fully just larceny. It's so bad. She's eyeballing one of Quentin's spare cameras and she's like, oh, did she dare borrow it for the night? So she's just like, yeah, I'm going to steal a camera.
And she does. Yeah. Well, we cut to Liz's office where we're told she is using the mouse button to maneuver through cyberspace.
Love it. I love this kind of like, when the internet was just like this fun kind of thing and not the fucking hellscape that it's become. Like there was so much potential and optimism back at this time. And it's like cyberspace. And isn't this exciting? And now it's just like, oh Christ, this is just where I'm beaming terrible news into my brain every day, all day long for some reason.
I know. So yeah, she's fact checking an article about sunscreens and chemicals and, so she's going through the Library of Congress database. And then a voice says, "You're beautiful when you're surfing the net."
Amazing. Yeah, Todd is lounging against the door of her office, smiling at her. He's changed his clothes. We will get to his outfit.
Oh, yeah, we will.
He's very casual. Liz is so surprised to see him, and he says he's brought her a coffee. She's like, "You've come an awful long way to bring me coffee." And he's like, "That's okay. It's awful coffee." It's very cute.
It is properly cute. She's like, "I know you professional journalists drink it black and bitter." And she's like, "Oh, you're right in both counts. It is awful. And everyone does drink it black, but it's just what I needed. Thanks." And it's cute. Like, swear, I'm telling you, this ghostwriter can write. It's
really can. Yeah, they've made Todd and Liz not unbearable. So it's like, fair play.
So he's impressed by her classy digs, but he does say with typical unprofessionalism, like, "Why don't you just knock it off and go home?" She's like, "I can't. Like, I'm actually meant to be doing something here." And he's like, "Well, I'll just sit here." She was like, "Look, that is not going to help. I'm not going to be able to work." And then she realizes, hang on, it's only 4 o'clock. You're supposed to be in Baratronics wearing a suit. He's like, "Get myself the afternoon off."
Yeah, he's just like, nope, didn't want to stay there. But yeah, Liz is like, "Okay, well, like, you can't just hang around here watching me work. I won't be able to concentrate." She's like, "Why don't you go down to the photo studio and visit Jessica? She'd love a distraction." And he's just like, "Ugh, visit Jessica." He's just appalled at the notion to go visit Jessica, which is very funny because they do not like each other.
Yeah.
And it's never been more clear than it is in this book. Because he's like, "You said this internship might require some sacrifices, but isn't that a little extreme?"
I love that everybody's making it clear how much they hate Jessica in this book.
Because he literally says, like, "When was the last time I voluntarily hung out with your psycho twin?"
I mean, that's a bit harsh, but yeah, good point.
But he's not wrong.
So he agrees to go down for 20 minutes and she's like, "Look, make it 30. And then Liz says, "Look, I came in a bit early today, so hopefully I can leave a tiny bit early." Yeah. And Todd's basically like, "Oh, God, this is a grind, all this career work." And she's like, "It's career planning." Well, we cut to the studio where Jessica is a sweaty mess. She's been lugging around sand and boulders under the really hot lights.
Yeah.
And it does sound really unusually, even I have assisted at fashion shoots and it is hard work, but this is proper hard labor.
Yeah, they're really putting her to work. Like, in fairness, it would be one thing if she was just running around getting water and coffees for people, but they literally have her like lugging heavy props around. Yeah. It isn't very practical to have a 16-year-old doing this.
No, I think the most manual labor thing that I did it wasn't the most manual labor because you were carrying things around a bit, but I do remember having to stick plastic bags up a Balenciaga skirt so it stuck out and kept its shape in the
glamour. I love it.
So I didn't have to carry around boulders or sand, and of course Simone is loving this, and she's like, "Jessica, when you're through playing in the sand, get me that mineral water I asked for 10 minutes ago." And Jessica's muttering under her breath, and Quentin's like, "Did you say anything?" She's like, "No."
Jessica's constantly muttering. She is like Muttley going around the studio. She's so angry all the time, constantly muttering under her breath. People are constantly like, "Oh, did you say something?" Whether it's Quentin or Simone. And she's like, "No, nothing." Like, she just must look completely deranged as she's doing all this with her head sticking out as well, of course.
Oh, well, she looks even more deranged because we're told she has sand in her shoes, clothes, eyes, hair, and mouth. Oh. And then she realizes that through the sand, she can see a real hunk staring at her from the doorway. But when she rubs the sand out of her eyes, who should she see?
Well, she's like, "Todd?" And she's kind of horrified because she's like, she wasn't sure if she should be glad he wasn't a cute guy she cared about impressing, or horrified that he's someone who could tell all her friends just how glamorous her internship really was. So he's like, Jess, you look different, because she is in a heap, like, at this point. But Quentin is staring at Todd, Jessica notices, and he has this strange look on his face, like he's never seen a teenage guy before. So Jessica's like, Todd's about to get thrown out of Quentin's studio, because as far as she's concerned, he's about to get, like, given out to and booted out.
I did worry that we're going to get another perv going on an underage person, but no, not yet anyway. God, one pervert's enough.
There's time. There's always time for perverts.
God, well, we cut to Todd's POV and we see Jessica through his eyes. It's quite a sight to behold, and because her eyes are red, she's got sand in her hair, she's got makeup running down her face, and she looks furious. And he can't decide which is more amazing: the sight of Jessica looking terrible, or the sight of Jessica pushing a broom.
Amazing. Like, there is no love lost between these two, which is so funny. But his attention doesn't stay on Jess for long, because standing beside the sandbox is one of the best looking girls he had ever seen. And he is absolutely enraptured by the sight of Simone. He realizes he's seen this leggy goddess before on the cover of magazines. And like, he catches himself, because he is just fully staring at her. And again, it's this weird thing where, like, all the girls are like, oh, Simone, she's so skinny, how could anyone find that attractive? And then Todd is like, oh my God, she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. So it's like, I just can never quite get a handle on what Simone's vibe actually is.
Exactly. So while he's gazing at her in awe, suddenly Quentin Berg asks if he's ever done any modelling. And we're told he's studying Todd's face and body in a way that makes Todd want to run and hide. Okay, Quentin.
Poor Todd.
And then Quentin's like, no time like the present. You've got the look, classic but hip. Why, that latter hard to believe. Clean cut but full of life. I can make it work. So Shelley's like, oh, should I make him up? And Quentin's like, no, we've got a model coming in tomorrow to do these proper shoots with Simone, but we'll just use Todd as a stand-in for some test shots. Now, if Simone's meant to be like a supermodel, she is not coming in to just hang around the set while they do test shots.
Yeah,
there's going to be a stand-in for her.
Definitely. But again, maybe it's the fact that it's convenient that it's like Quentin and Simone are hooking up, so she's like, oh, I'll hang out with my boyfriend.
I guess, yeah.
But as you say, like, if she really was this, like, in-demand supermodel, she would not be here for test shoots.
So Todd sort of just goes along with all of this.
Like, surely there's releases to be signed. He's underage, like, looking to call his parents.
Well, they don't care about people being underage in this building.
Right, there is just, child protection is just simply not a thing that exists in this universe.
Well, Simone asks for more mineral water, and then Jessica stomps into an adjoining room and returns with a bottle. And she says, I brought a whole stash up here so I don't have to make you wait every time. Why didn't they do that already? Like, was Jessica literally walking down 2 floors to bring individual bottles of water?
It seems like it, yeah, for some reason. So Jessica makes a big production out of giving Simone the bottle and being all, like, super sweet. It's, like, very un-Jessica-like as far as Todd can see. And he kind of doesn't really understand the dynamic between Jess and Simone. He's like, he didn't understand the surprise he saw in Simone's face or the triumph on Jessica's. So he's like, I don't understand what's going on between these two. Work
it out, Todd. How does Jessica usually react to other hot girls?
Yeah, this is not the first time.
Certainly is not. So Todd has to set to work. Quentin tells him to step into the sand and put his arm around Simone, and his mind is racing, and if she hadn't been standing there with that tiny bikini, he'd have scoffed at the whole idea, because he thought modelling was for vain airheads. But basically he's got the hots for Simone.
Yep.
Her curtain of black hair rustles against his shoulder, as soft as a caress.
Yeah, Todd's really, like, he's terrified, he's embarrassed, and he couldn't believe his good luck. A lot of emotions going on there for poor Todd.
Well, we cut back to Liz's office, where Reggie pops her head in to say goodnight because it's 5:30 and I'm out of here. I can tell you, the 90s journalists did not leave even magazines at 5:30.
Reggie's out of here. She doesn't have the ambition.
I mean, relatable. I used to take very long lunch breaks. Anyway, Liz realises that Todd should have been back over an hour ago, and he's worried that he must be bored out of his mind down with Jessica.
Yeah.
She throws her fashion flops file into her leather briefcase, which of course she owns.
Of course she does.
And sets off for the lift.
Mm-hmm.
I got back to Todd's POV. He's having the time of his fucking life.
He is so thrilled. He's so surprised how much he's loving this whole thing. It doesn't hurt to have Simone like wrapping her arms around him and being so close to him. It's like the sand is really soft and warm. He's having a great time. Like Quentin is just telling him how brilliant he is. He's never seen someone take to modeling so quickly. And he kind of thinks, he'd never understood Jessica's fascination with it. But, maybe she was right and there's something to this whole modeling thing. And it's like, for some reason, she was staring at him with venom in her bloodshot eyes.
I love that.
And he's just like, what's her deal? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So she thinks she'd have forgotten herself in an hour. She does no object permanence. Rather like my girlfriend.
And how?
So Quentin's like, yes, fantastic. You're amazing. Put your arms around her again. Yeah, you've got a real future in this business. So Todd then dreams of walking into Varitronics the next morning, throwing his tie at his father's desk. And then he's like, no, he's going to throttle the psychotic photocopier with the tie. And then he would announce to his dad and the rest of the staff that he'd found a new internship. And by the way, they could see his work on the cover of next month's issue of Flair. And that is the end of part 1 of Cover Girl.
Oh.
That was so fun.
It's so silly. Like, this is a deeply strange workplace, but God, it's fun to read about.
So much more entertaining than I thought it would be. I really genuinely enjoyed it.
This is the thing, and it probably helped that we had such low expectations, because really, like, going from vampires to fashion magazine, it was just like, oh my God, who even cares? But then it's like, oh, of course, it's the most unhinged magazine of all time. How could we not have anticipated this? Everyone's insane.
And everything's Liz is amazing. It's always also fun, always entertaining when Jessica is sort of, treated kind of as she would probably be treated in real life.
When she's expecting to just immediately be discovered or be cast in something, and then realizes she actually has to do some work for once in her life. She always hates it, and it's always fun to read about.
It is. Well, why am I even saying it as a question? Do we have any outfits?
Nope, not one. Can you imagine?
Right, that's it, lads.
Episode over.
Go on.
Okay, how long have we got?
Ooh.
So, okay, let's see. We have, so kind of this is during our twin comparison back in the bookcase. So Liz, who is the practical twin, had her hair pulled back in barrettes. For her trip to the mall, she'd worn a denim skirt with a hemline just above her knees, a white t-shirt and no makeup except a touch of lip gloss. So that's
actually quite fine.
You know what? It's not chinos. And I feel like anything that isn't chinos is a win. But then in comparison, of course, Jessica's hair is loose and tousled. She looks like a movie star. She has a hint of violet eyeshadow, a floral mini dress that leaves her shoulders bare, and high-heeled sandals that are the same shade as the eyeshadow. So it's just like, it's just in service of twin comparison, I suppose, that it's like, look how different they are.
Yeah.
The women in Flair magazine all wear these long body-hugging jackets with mini skirts. They all wear plum lipstick and gold eyeshadow, like really metallic, sparkly gold eyeshadow, which seems like they're basically doing a full face, like for work every day.
Even that, like plum is very specific color that clashes with almost everything. So I'm intrigued by this.
Tricky
it's
one.
not a neutral.
Tricky one to pull off. No, very much not. Liz's dowdy outfit it's a navy suit. So the skirt is kind of long and it's a blazer, but then Jessica is wearing
she's dressed like a nun.
She is dressed like a
nun.
Yeah, she's wearing navy pumps with it as well, like low heeled navy pumps and like a long skirt and blazer all in. Like off-duty nun is kind of her
post-Vatican II nuns. Like nearly the only nuns that were still teaching in my school in the late 80s and early 90s. That's exactly what they wore. Yeah. We had a few old ones in the old Dominican habit, like that was all white with a proper, with veil and everything.
Full on, yeah.
Yeah, and my grandfather's cousin was a Dominican nun up in Belfast, and she was that generation, and she would have worn the full habit. But the younger ones, navy suit, navy low-heeled pumps.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Renegades.
Liz is in a nun outfit again.
She is. She loves it. Whereas Jessica's outfit, she's wearing a black pantsuit. The jacket is tailored like the other women's jackets, and her black pants are apparently as close fitting as the black tights that the women are wearing. So it sounds like she's bet into these trousers, and this is what that woman says is an aggressive choice. She's also wearing, her very impractical heels. They're like platform heels that are black and cranberry. So that's Jessica's.
Yeah, the platform heels are quite accurate. Like if she's wearing any heels at all in this era, like as a teenager, it makes sense that they're platforms.
True.
It's quite a colour combo.
It is. It is. Leona, when Liz meets her, is also in that Flair uniform. It's a black pinstripe mini skirt with a matching tailored blazer, the same length as the skirt. So there's basically like one outfit that they all wear in this office. When Jessica meets Quentin for the first time, he's wearing overalls with a safari-looking vest.
What? Like a waistcoat? A safari waistcoat over dungarees.
Dungarees. His outfit was kind of grunge, Jessica.
No, it isn't.
I can categorically tell you that it's not grunge, Jessica. Like, it's very strange.
What is happening?
I don't know. When we meet Reggie at first, when she introduces herself to Liz, her straight black hair is a little shorter than Liz's. Like most of the other women at Flair, she wears it with long tendrils in the front. Her fine knit sweater was of fuchsia silk. And her black leather miniskirt wasn't quite as short as most of the other skirts Liz had seen at the office. But she reckons there's a long fitted blazer somewhere in Reggie's office to complete the look because there is a uniform.
I'm sorry, this is 1996 and she's wearing a leather miniskirt with a fuchsia silk sweater. No. She isn't.
I refuse.
Anymore.
So when Liz gets her little makeover at the mall, she has treated herself to a new periwinkle blue ensemble. It's more stylish than anything she's owned. A short skirt, a fitted vest, and a long tailored blazer. So this is her new haircut, her new outfit. She's wearing this with the plum lipstick.
Periwinkle and plum. I mean, periwinkle and pink, yes.
Oh, she is wearing a pink blouse with it as well, actually, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, because I think Leona mentions that separately. But that plum lipstick would look absolutely terrible with all of these things.
Yeah, not at all. But like, again, she still sounds kind of nunnish though, doesn't she?
Oh my God, you can take her.
It's just a brighter blue. Leona pulls out the dress to get Liz's opinion on it for fucking reasons. I don't know. It's a short black dress with a plunging neckline, body skimming shape, and a suede trim. So this is the newest Lina Lapin. Liz tells her it's totally amazing, and she's going to wear black lace tights with it apparently, which is totally in right now.
Okay.
Jessica, she is wandering around the cafeteria hips first. She feels sophisticated with her stylish new haircut, and her fitted purple blazer was longer than her black leather miniskirt.
Sorry, she already knows what sort of labour she's doing at work. Like, why would you turn up dressed like that to do this like physical shunting stuff around on a photo shoot set?
It's crazy. So Simone, when she's modelling, she's wearing this really tiny white macrame bikini that is very skimpy, it seems. Like it's barely covering anything. But yeah, white macrame is it feels like 70s or something.
Yeah, but it could, I guess, be a 70s, 90s, 90s, 70s revival, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And Todd, so finally, we'll give him the last one. When he turns up at Liz's office after changing his outfit from his workwear, he's now distinctly unprofessional in this outfit. He's wearing a Sweet Valley University t-shirt and a pair of cut-off shorts. And I've just in my head decided the t-shirt is a crop top because I'm just picturing him as one of those like 70s horror movie himbos, like throwing a football around in a crop top and cut-off jeans.
Oh, we can't but hope.
It's just where my mind went immediately with Todd. So I just love the thought of him just like swanning around the Flair offices dressed like this in his little Daisy Dukes. So good for him.
Well, listeners, what did you think of Cover Girls? Did you enjoy it as much as we did? Did you ever have an internship in a magazine? Did you wear skin-tight blazers and tiny miniskirts in 1996?
Platform heels to run around the place.
Do let us know what you thought. We always love hearing from you. You can, of course, find us on social media at SVH Podcast.
Yes, you can send us an email at svhpodcast@gmail.com. And I do just want to say we got a fantastic email from Elena of drinking bleach fame from, actually that might have been in the bonus episode, so that sounds deranged now, but there was context.
If you just sign up, you'll find out what all this weird shit means.
Yeah. But this is just in reference to On the Run, which wonderfully featured an emergency tracheotomy at the end of it. So Elena got in touch. The subject line was, of course I know about emergency tracheotomies. So immediately I was in. I was like, Elena, tell me everything. So she said, I'm sure you'll be shocked to hear I have some experience with emergency tracheotomies. I used to work in a branch of clinical education that used robot mannequins to simulate human patients in crisis situations. And at one of the hospitals, we did a long series of emergency airway response team trainings. So practicing the full team response and the specific procedure. And I'll tell you one thing, there is no goddamn way that Dr. Watts' nuts would have performed a successful emergency trach on a kid like that. So she's saying, first of all, it's very difficult to do even in a clinical environment with all the right equipment and support staff. Secondly, he's been treating Crime Guy for diabetes long term, which means he's either a GP or an endocrinologist, neither of which would have had training in performing trachs. He'd need to be an ENT, an anaesthetist, or maybe an emergency department doctor. Very good point. I was just so excited it was happening. I never even stopped to consider how absolutely illogical the whole thing was. She also points out that clinicians who work on adults are terrified of working on kids because they function completely differently, which is totally understandable. Like, it's an entirely different field of medicine. Like pediatrics is completely its own thing, especially then when it comes to airway and respiratory matters. The idea that some random endocrinologist would single-handedly grab a choking, flailing child, stab him in the neck, and insert a straw to save his airway without doing irreparable damage and killing them faster is nope, absolutely not. Which is not to talk shit about adult clinicians, of course. They just don't get trained to work on kids. Like, yeah, absolutely understandable. And then Leona did sign off by saying, I'm very much looking forward to hearing how Spotify tags this story. Cheers, Elena, in brackets, aka Tina.
Because as PPA siblings know, she was on the Spotify chapters, which we are slightly obsessed with, even though Spotify is evil. She was, there was a chapter when she described her tale, or we read out her tale of drinking bleach as a child, that just said, Tina's bleach story.
I still don't know where they got Tina from, but so funny. So Elena, thank you as always for the absolutely jam-packed dramatic emails. I love it.
What a life you've led, Elena. Seriously.
There's, you know what? There's nothing you don't know or haven't done, it seems.
Just amazing. Well, we love hearing from all of you, and you did have thoughts about our last episode, which was, of course, On the Run. A lot of love from this for people's childhoods. But Pippi Ann Shirley started off the tag yourself. She said, tag yourself. I'm president of the Calico Drive HOA. We instituted the Good Neighbours Alarm Plan, not because we don't trust the SVPD, but who would? But because we can mete out justice any better than any staff of lawman. Hoo yeah!
Oh my God. Sister Betty Confetti said, I'm the kid who was bribed by the mob to joke in a cafe in the hopes of blowing Pat Hankman's cover. This is my 4th emergency tracheotomy this week. Thank God the right guy finally responded. There was also a lot of people pointing out the similarity between the names once again. Where people were getting confused between like Hank Patman and Pat Hankman, which is because that's actually ridiculous when you see them both written down.
I know. I can't believe we didn't think of that.
I know.
Sweet Valley High Fan Club said, I'm the next quiet, sensitive writer waiting in line for Elizabeth the Perfect to cheat on her boyfriend with me. Now, let's see, will she get that going again this time? I wouldn't put it past her.
I'm fascinated. We haven't had anyone appear yet. Well, unless very worryingly, it's going to be the fucking publisher man who's like 28. Hopefully not, though.
I mean,
ugh, who knows?
Liz Roberts said, I'm John Travolta reading this book and getting the inspiration from all the finger mouth touching for the face waterfall in Face Off. Tell you, I rewatched that film recently.
Oh,
it's entertainment value and insanity undimmed.
Fun. I fucking love Face Off. And actually, I had to reply to Liz on this because genuinely me and Angus will spring that on each other when the other doesn't expect it and just do the face waterfall. And it's usually me that gets caught out because I always forget about it. And then I'm absolutely raging. But whoever gets caught, basically, is furious. And it's just a really stupid thing that we keep doing. Because Face Off is absolutely bonkers. Like, it is such a funny, mad film.
If you haven't watched it for a while, seriously, it's the grade A scenery chewing. It's just incredible.
So fun. It's such good crack, like just complete silliness. It's great.
Maria Teresa Biblioteca said, I'm romantic object permanence, the one quality that the otherwise perfect Elizabeth Wakefield does not possess.
It's so true. I liked Gold and Silver Stitches said, I'm the lazy ghostwriter flipping through Francine Pascal's extended universe, big book of character names, needing to find the right name for my new character. My eyes fall on Mr. Hank Patman and inspiration strikes. Mr. Hankman it is. Job done. Let's pack it up, lads.
This is one of my favourites from Gen B's Girls. I am Beckwith. I am chaos.
Beckwith. That man
fucking is
an absolute danger. He was so funny.
Just no logic or reason at all. It was amazing.
So good.
Marty Knox made a very good point. I'm Mr. Applebaum. The only way I could blend in with my wasp neighbours was to become a vigilante. Sigh. Seriously, Jesus. Like, there's like 5 wasp names in this entire series, and Applebaum is just like on the phone going, what? Should I come in and break down your door? Yeah.
It was just completely mad. Like, oh God.
There's really, we don't get better representation. They're non-wasps. We've got Michael Ryan, I guess Mr. Ryan was a hero.
He was a hero, in fairness. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, seriously.
Tracheotomy that apparently didn't kill that kid.
KW Thomas Book said, I'm Walter Thomas. I've been living happily with my family in our lovely house on Calico Drive. One day the previous owner just moved back in. We tried to tell him to get out, but he just insisted he lived here, and he never forgot a name or a face or a house move. After several days of being unable to evict this blithering idiot, I said, fuck this town, I'm going back to New York where there was far less violent crime. Here's another shout out to poor Mr. Applebaum. I'm Mr. Applebaum, bricking it as I flee the country and mob vengeance. I thought I was responding to a neighbourhood panic alarm about pesky youths stealing lawn ornaments. How the heck did I end up wrestling guns out of mobster hands? Now, though that whole gang of vigilantes were very skilled. All the Calico Drive, no, they weren't Calico Drive, the neighbour gang,
yes,
were like trained assassins or something.
Basically, like they were unarmed random men who took down mobsters with guns. By swarming the room. It was
Mr. Smith and Mr. whatever they were called. Like, we're just all like suddenly battering down doors and be like, hand them over, boys.
It was just, I mean, it was tremendously entertaining, but yeah, completely unhinged, which, you know what, that's just how things are with the series.
It is.
I did, like Kay did, said, I'm my own overwrought high school poetry. And hey, I'm feeling a lot better about myself now I've heard the kind of drivel Eric/Michael was putting out there.
Yeah, mine's feeling the same way, Kay did. Silent Spaces said, I'm emergency tracheotomy, a death metal band that Dana Larson will start when she tires of the droids. Hits include Punch Me in the Throat, brackets, with your love. ballpoint versus straw, and bracket Heimlich maneuvers in the dark.
Oh, wow. So good.
Preston Burton book said, I am Muffy.
Yay! Muffy the cat, the destructive force that's unleashed in the Rollins house, apparently.
Sweet Valley High fan club made a very good point. She said, I'm the red button, not sure how I work. Which neighbours get the call? How can we tell which neighbour pushed it? How many kids have pushed the shiny red button thinking it was a toy? How many buttons are in the neighbourhood? How many indeed?
I mean, these are very good questions, none of which the book provided any answers to. It's a very confusing system.
Well, Jen B. Skill said, good Lord, neither Beckwith nor Rafflebaum have any chill whatsoever. And said, like, isn't the thing with the neighbour system supposed to be that one person says the beginning of the password and the second person completes it if everything is okay? Not the person calling, shouting at the phone, are you okay? What is the password? Come on, Applebaum, pull it together.
Oh my God, amazing. I did. Oh, Rainbow Dash said, oh, it's so long since we've seen Stephen in a book. Recently, it feels like he's been taken out to that farm. All my childhood pets ended up at.
Yeah, just hang glided one time too many, buddy. Hang glided back.
He sure did.
Maximiliana made a very good point. Said, they're not great gardens. The ancient twins still in Sweet Valley would 100% be whatever happened to Baby Jane.
Oh my God, that is like an incredible.
But you are with that chair, Liz. You are with that chair.
Like nail on head. Yeah, that one floored me. I was like, my God, of course.
So perfect. You can just see Jessica singing, I'm sending a letter to Daddy.
It absolutely tracks.
Magpie's Nest ceremonies made a very good point about this, like this being the beginning of a pattern.
Oh, where was that one? Oh, yes, halfway through this, and it feels like a speed run of the werewolf series. Poetic boy with a mysterious past, Liz feeling confused, kid detectives, and not journalism.
Jen B. Skill said lots of shadows crossing the face of said poetic boy too.
Yes, very true. Yeah, very good points here. These were all brilliant comments, everybody. Great job. Oh. I did like Hillary's take on regarding Jessica accessorizing with the row of brooches at the end. It reminded me of Janet Jackson's sort of military look from around this time. Maybe that's what the writer was envisioning. And honestly, I can fully picture Jessica being all in on like Rhythm Nation. That just love that for her. Yeah. They could probably work it into a cheer or something for the squad to make a change from their, what was it, Funky Monkey or Jazz Hands or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Funky Monkey. Funky.
Would get some Janet Jackson fucking sharp choreo in there. I would love that for the cheer squad. They could do with it.
Yes. Oh, no, well, they certainly could. If Heather ever pops up again, she popped up for like a sentence because like being scared of serial killers was bad for her skin in the last trilogy.
Yeah. Her skincare routine was just down the drain.
I liked this message from Fury Girl 10 for you, Karen.
Oh, where was this?
It's down a bit because she says, Karen, I have watched many things while in idiot mode and I choose to think it's a gift to enjoy this absolute silliness of the plot. I mean, it's absolutely same here, I might add. That I have no idea how my brain decides when it's going to solve a mystery in the first scene and when it's going to pretend like it's never heard of logic, but at least the latter is good fun. This is very true.
Yeah, it's so funny. I simply did not see a single thing coming reading that book, and I had such a nice time. When like often I would see twists coming, but for whatever reason my brain was like, nope, we are going to enjoy this. You don't know anything. This is your first day as a human.
Oh, listen, thank you so much to everybody for getting in touch. We always love hearing from you, and we really appreciate you letting us know your thoughts on the show and making us laugh quite a lot, as you can tell.
Honestly, I swear, like your comments are always so funny and like also making really good points as well. Like you're all very good at this. Well done.
Seriously. So if this isn't enough for you, of course, you can have even more discussions and shenanigans and much more tagging yourself if you join our amazing sorority Pi Beta Alpha, and you can do so by signing up to HeadStuff Plus.
Yes, so if you just head on over to headstuffpodcasts.com, you can sign up to support the show for as little as, I think it's about €5 or €6 a month.
Yeah.
And that gets you access to all our juicy, juicy bonus content, which is, of course, 4 entire series of us chatting about the TV show now. We're also talking about the Caitlin series, which has proved to be fucking deranged. We're having a great time there. It's gone full telenovela. There's like a secret doctor dad. It's great fun. We don't know what's going to happen. But it's great crack over there. So do join us in the clubhouse if you can. If not, just leave us nice reviews or like share our silly Instagram posts. All that kind of stuff really helps us too. So any way you can spread the word is a very useful, free way of sharing the podcast is always appreciated too. But yeah, you will find us over there with all that lovely bonus content too, if you have the means, which would be nice. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, thank you to everybody who's got in touch to let me know that you have bought my book and that you have given it a nice rating, because I have to stay away from those sites for the good of my mental health. Because
you are banned from Goodreads.
If I even have a hint of it, or even what my average score is, which I have been informed is pretty good, largely thanks to people like you, it sends me into an absolute like doom spiral. But I love it knowing that you're doing it. So thank you so much, and I will hopefully have some news about another book coming to you quite soon.
Ooh, that's exciting.
But more exciting is going to be part 2 of the first part of this trilogy. We're sort of getting confused with trilogies because all of Caitlin is trilogies as well.
Yeah.
So we're dividing them into so many more episodes.
Oh God, yeah. We kind of have trilogy mania, I think, at the moment. No. We don't know what's going on.
Part of me was like, trilogy? Hang on, is this Caitlin? What part? No.
Where am I? Oh God.
Well, we will see our Pi Beta Alpha siblings in the clubhouse next week when we find out what happens in the next part of Caitlin, the love trilogy, Love Lost. I will say this about Caitlin, the titles are way more boring than the actual books themselves.
They really don't do justice to just how unhinged those books get. Yeah, it's true.
They really don't. But we will find out what happens as Caitlin is currently undercover in a hospital with the girl who she tormented and allowed to take the blame for a crime that Caitlin herself committed.
Oh, just, yeah. What is she even doing? Yeah, she's putting on a disguise. She's scampering around a hospital.
She's
Maybe
got
her dad is there.
Ooh, she's got fake glasses.
She sure does. It changes everything.
Well, Pi Beta Alpha siblings, we can't wait to see you there next week. And we will see everybody back here in 2 weeks' time when we find out what happens next when the twins quite clearly do not become cover girls.
Very true. Yeah. Yeah. Will they end up on the cover? Maybe at the very end they'll be like, and now we're putting you on the cover because you're the best interns we've ever had. Who knows?
I mean, to be honest, it is possible. Like anything can happen in these books. And if Frank Cobra has taught us anything, it is that these trilogies can pull out a surprise.
This is it. They keep us on our toes. You just, expect the unexpected. Who knows what will happen?
Well, we will find out what happens in the in the offices of Flair in 2 weeks' time, and we can't wait to see you there. And possibly you'll be wearing your long-sleeved, skin-tight blazer and miniskirt and your amazing new haircuts.
I think, yes, we all simply must. It's the only way forward.
See you then, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
And what?
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.